Guys, welcome back to another daily tarot card. These are your tarot cards for Wednesday, October 7th, 2020. If I could speak, would help. I mean, honestly, the energy has just been pretty good this evening. So, we're pulling from the Wonderland tarot cards. We have Strength, we have the Magician, and we have the Sun. We focusing solely on Strength and the Magician. I mean, in a sense of following our intuition. So Strength, I feel like this, like I'm really analyzing these cards. I think I'm going to have to take a closer look at these cards. But we have like Strength. And if you look at the line, half the mane of the line is gone. You know, when you think of a lion, it has a huge, beautiful mane to intimidate its predators, to show how big it is. Because if you actually look, the lion is the king of the jungle, but it is not the biggest animal in the jungle. The tiger is actually quite larger than the lion, but the lion has more of the masculine, like the strength, the upper body strength, like the muscular tone to it. More fierce, I guess, maybe because I don't know what it is, but it is considered the king of the jungle, and it can take down a tiger. So with you also notice with the tiger, his tail is between his legs. When I read the definition here, I feel like this is kind of, we have the lion wears the glasses. And thankfully I read for someone, and this is when I really, the card really stood out to me. I feel like this is how maybe you went through some journey, and now you're emerging as the beautiful unicorn. I feel like there's a shape shifting that has taken place. You've built up your confidence. That maybe you've gone through what they call the dark soul of your heart, the dark, something along those lines, the dark night of the soul, where you've recovered from something. And now you have more confidence, you have more courage, like you're back to your old self, but even better, like 2.0 of you. So like a rebirth. But I feel like instead of being timid and having your tail between your legs and not standing up for yourself because you were going through so much, now you've awakened, now you've shapeshifted into this beautiful unicorn. This is how the world is seeing you. Maybe they've always seen you that way, but because you were going through this, you were kind of, like the lion, maybe it felt like your mane was cut off. I can't remember which one it was, but there was one when it was dealing with Oz and they had cut his mane off. And you could see how sad he was because they had cut his mane off. So, you know what I mean? Maybe that's how you felt. Like, so unfairly, like something happened to you. Not even of your making. It came out of nowhere, like, the rug being pulled from underneath your feet. But now you've emerged to this beautiful unicorn. And I mean this in a positive way. I don't mean this in an egotistic, like, I'm better than everyone else way. I mean, like, you've healed through your journey. I feel like it's come full circle. This also came out, I think it was yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. My girlfriend Kira posted on her stories, talking about, like, something that has been holding you back, that has kind of hold you prisoner for so many years is now going to leave your life. It will no longer affect you. So it's, you can talk about it without crying. So we have Strength. The lion and the unicorn are engaged in a mock combat. The lion wears glasses. The unicorn appears to be winning, but the animals are actually equal matched. When they said equally matched, I feel like this is yourself. How you were and how you've emerged. They each do what must be done for the sake of their own prestige. Control in a situation, bravery, unwavering attention to a quest, ability to overcome temptation, physical strength, mind over matter, matter over mind, effort for for a personal end for the sake of the world at large. Sorry, I was like thinking this happens sometimes. I'm reading and then they're trying to show me stuff or inform me about stuff, and I'm like, come on. I can multitask, but not when I'm trying to read. Okay, the Magician as well, using your intuition. With the Magician and some tarot cards, the Game of Thrones and the Energy Oracle cards, when we have the Magician, it's usually a deceit card. This is usually someone that smiles in your face, that uses their charm and their charisma, kind of disarms you for who they are. So this could be someone that someone that is in your intimate family, someone that is part of your day-to-day life, but they have a dagger behind their back. So they're waiting until you're vulnerable to stab you in the back. So using your intuition, so using your strength, not allowing people to disarm you anymore, no longer allowing to have people put your tail between your legs and run. You're not doing that. Having the courage to have courage, bravery, and strength. Having the courage not to be tempted. Having the courage to say, you know what, I'm not that person I used to be. And they'll be able to see that. The magician himself pulls a rabbit out of his hat. On the table are representations of the 4 suits. A flamingo, a peppermill, a hat, and an oyster. So they're asking you to use your skill set, to use your craft, to sit there and use that going forward, using your intuition. Usually the treasure cat is to give advice to people in Wonderland. So is the spirit speaking to you in this time? The magician has put himself out on display. Ta-da! Like, pulling the hat from the rabbit from the hat. So, you know what I mean? Maybe you're in a vulnerable state where, kind of open to ridicule, being on social media. Above him is the grinning face of the treasure cat. In the foreground are flowers common in the to the looking glass world, and a hedgehog hold. So kind of like the line. So you're aware of where the exits are. In that time, it's like, okay, where's the exit? I could quickly retreat into the hedgehog hole. The card represents the fantasy world. Fantasy world of our own making, a world where anything can be, you want them to be. So I'm just mumbling on my words because when I read for IG, it's like when people suffer from depression and anxiety, they sleep a lot because they escape the reality of their world. When they are dreaming and they could fantasize about a world where, none of those problems when they're in the wake life are there. So they tend to sleep because it could be anything you want. You hope you escape when you're dreaming that you don't have to think about anything that's going on in reality. So, creator, creative soul, craftiness, and guide in the positive sense. So guide in the positive sense. So, with the gold, you think of, stairway to heaven, God, in a positive way. Strong will in the sense of seeing things done completely. Influence. So this could be someone that has an influence on you. That's why when you read in the other sense, like I said, this is someone that disarms you. This is someone that know that they could smile in your face and they could, they're showing me the 7 of Swords. So they've gotten away with things with you before. So they know they could get away with something. But it's like, you weren't as savvy then. Because maybe, like I said, with the lion, you were going through something and they could get away with things. But now you've emerged as a unicorn and they're telling you, get ready for combat. The horn, everybody looks at the unicorn and one of the most beautiful things we look at is the horn. But if you think about that unicorn charging you and putting their head down, that's going to pierce you. So you're no longer to be able to disarm that unicorn. So we have Humpty Dumpty, the sun. Alice meets with Humpty Dumpty, who sits on a wall, holding a banner of unknown origin. He has just given himself a compliment and so allow Alice to shake his hand. The king has promised to bring around all the horses and all the king's men if Humpty Dumpty should fall from his perch. So we think about in life, if we fall and we crumble, like we are shattered, right? Again, going back to the line, when we are shattered, I've noticed this time and time again with people, but I don't say anything because it's, we're all on our own journeys. Thank God we're judged by our heart. But, you get shattered. Something happens in your life and then you ask for prayers or you pray and you fall to your knees for forgiveness. You fall and ask for, them to heal someone or heal a situation or change a situation. Then all comes the guardian angels, all comes God or whomever, the divine, to put you back together again. And when everything is great, you're nowhere to be found. You don't call upon the guardian angels to thank them. You don't call upon God to thank them. You don't call upon the divine to thank them. So it's like you want the pendulum to swing in your favor, but you don't swing it back by thanking them when things are so, like it says, don't forget me when things are going the way that you wanted. So it's just like, keep yourself in check there. Like when you're fall and shattered and your back's against the wall and you sit there and beg for help and it's answered, don't forget to sit there and thank them. So we have satisfaction, accomplishment, success, love, and friendship. Sorry about the sneeze. Relieving in the pleasures of life. Reveling, not revealing. Releving. Freedom from boredom. Happiness. New and old friends. Warmth. Truth. Artistic achievement for the sun. I love that. And we have the 5 with the strength card. So very much it's like, no one's going to be able to get over one on you anymore. Using your intuition in these situations, because I feel like these people they're coming back around now that you're emerged as the unicorn, and it's like they're trying to come attack you again, Or this could be in the sense, don't forget when your back was against the wall, we took care of you, with the sun. It's like, don't forget about that. Like, we're always going to be here for you. Your ancestors, your guardian angels, God, the divine, whoever you call upon all the time. Don't forget when they tried, when you were shattered, who was there for you? And it could be also in the sense, on the earthly sense, who were the people that stood by your side unwaveringly, when your back was against the wall. Those are the people you should surround yourself with, not all these little talking heads when everything is good. Next, we're going to pull from the Guardian Angels Tarot cards. We have Open Your Heart. So this came out of Mercury retrograde, that the Libras have had a long night of the soul, dark night of the soul, and now love is coming back around. People getting married. My best friend is getting married this weekend. She's been together with her partner for 6 years. I had to message her this card. So allow love to grow and bloom all around you. You've waited for this emotional, fulfilling experience for such a long time, and now is the time has come. Make your choices by listening to your heart, and then follow the steps you're guided to take. Joy will lead you to a vibrant, healthy life. I love that. Like they said, follow your intuition with it. Maybe they're saying in your love life, maybe people have made you feel small, but now you've emerged and you know your worth as the unicorn. 10 of action. You're working too hard. Your angels are asking you to find a healthy balance between career and personal life. Be willing to ask for help from others in order to lighten your load so that you can take better care of yourself. Straining to make others happy can be harmful to your health because you're putting too much on your plate. So if you're able to stretch it out during the week and not put it all in one day, that could be huge, significant. Oh my gosh, I just noticed this. 666. I know usually people say it as the devil's number. It's not. It's another number for abundance. I love that. I just noticed that now. Got a messenger again. Out with the old and with the new. Heaven is shining. Is showing you. Is shining. Maybe shining. Heaven is showing you a sign that it's time to move in a new direction. Often this is because you're not happy or feel a lack of purpose in life. This is a wake up call. So course correction. We talked about this in Mercury retrograde. That may be a course correction for you. Call to make changes that match your heart's desire and spiritual truth. If you haven't checked out my Mercury retrograde video, turn on all notifications. So make sure the highest bell is on, and you won't miss out any videos. 6 of abundance, and it's the last Mercury retrograde of the year. It doesn't start till the 16th, so you got time. So I love this as the last card because heaven is opening the floodgates for shaking down the cornucopia of abundance down on you. Heaven is opening. I cannot talk. This bird's distracted me. Heaven opens its loving arms and pours abundance onto you. An unexpected gift is on its way. Accept it with gratitude and humility, knowing that you'll have a chance to return the graciousness by giving to others in the future. Consider volunteering for a charitable organization. We were talking about this as well. When the pendulum swings one way, you ask for relief in debt or, whatever that you need help with, and they shower you with abundance. And I was saying, even if it's $10, you see someone that's really down on their luck. And it's so fortunate, we're going through the celebration of tabernacles. It started on Friday and it continues to this Friday. So it's the 4 pillars of the home. Being grateful that we're not as unfortunate as this person. It's not always addiction and alcohol abuse and they don't want to work that puts them on the street. Sometimes it's because people, a lot of the youth, the homeless youth, are from the gay community because their family can't accept it and says not under my roof. It throws them on the street. So we need to start making housing that's safe for those young youth, that it's just for them, that they could sit there and have a safe place to go to at night and continue to go to school and get a job, so they could sit there and make room for the next person that needs that bed, but it has to be specifically just for them. It can't be just for everybody because it's unfortunate. This is how they were born, and other people have their point of view. that's fine, but you should not put it out in a negative way, putting them on the street. It's just horrible. But sitting there giving them $10 so they can get a sandwich and a drink. Giving $20 to like the food bank. They have a lot of breakfast programs for young children out there. So like I said, when the pendulum swings one way, allow it to swing back by showing your gratitude. I feel like the son with Humpty Dumpty, when he falls down and he calls upon the divine all the time, calls upon God, calls upon his guardian angels to help him, or the people that always have his back, when you're put back together again, don't forget those people that put you back together. Don't sit there and be so closed-minded off to that. Remember who has always had your back. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Wednesday, October 7th, 2020, and we'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.